Sleep Hotels, and by Alberto VO5 for great hair. Mexico City, home of an ancient Aztec culture and a modern love of sport, plays host to a select group of national and international gymnastics stars. The warm and friendly Mexican crowd is in for a treat, as some of the greatest names in gymnastics are here for an evening of artistry and athleticism. A total of 17 Olympic and World Championships gold medals are represented by this stellar group, anchored by Bart Connor and Nadia Comaneci. Welcome to the Danskin Gold Gymnastics Spectacular from Mexico City's Gimnasio Juan de la Barrera.
Hello everyone, I'm Bob Barsha. Back in 1968, this gymnasium was an Olympic venue. Tonight, it hosts the stars of the sport of gymnastics, Olympic and World Championship medalists of the past, the present, and the future, performing in an exhibition format that is experimental, very dramatic, and very entertaining. With me to bring it to you, former international competitor turned gymnastics commentator, Maura Driscoll. Maura, let's talk a little bit more about this exhibition format.
Well, tonight we're going to see individual exhibition performances with no judges and no scoring. But this is a great event for spectators because we can enjoy the true artistic value of gymnastics without worrying about routine requirements. This event is really about enjoying performances of skill and artistry by the gymnasts who help define the sport.
Bart Connor calls it taking the sport of gymnastics to the next level, and he is one of the stars of the show.
He certainly is. And another gymnast that we can never forget is a Romanian by the name of Nadia Comaneci. Nadia dominated the '76 Olympics, winning 6 medals, and 3 of them were gold. Not only was Nadia the first gymnast to score a perfect 10 in Olympic competition, she went on to score 7 10s at the '76 Games. And that's a record I don't think will ever be broken. Nadia lured us in with her perfect performances, and tonight she'll try to take us back to those Olympic memories. Bart Connor is her co-star tonight. He's a 3-time Olympian and Olympic gold medalist. He has been a champion at every single level of competition, and I think we'll see why tonight. Finally, Svetlana Boganskaya is a name you might recognize from the '92 Olympic Games. She helped lead the Russians to the team gold in Barcelona. She's a beautiful and elegant gymnast with a style that's all her own.
Now, I mentioned some stars of the future. Let's talk about those for just a moment.
Well, we should definitely keep our eye on Dominique Mociano and Jenny Thompson. They are 2 budding stars and America's hopefuls for the '96 Olympic Games.
Our coverage of the Danskin Gold Gymnastics Spectacular is being brought to you by Danskin, the leader in women's fitness and activewear apparel. Danskin, not just for dancing. The Aztec Indians settled what is now Mexico City almost 700 years ago. A culture of great art, music, and dancing that is preserved today in the small groups that gather in the central square, the Zocalo. Welcome back to the Danskin Gold Gymnastics Spectacular. This is Nadia Comaneci, and make no mistake, she is the personality that this huge crowd came to see tonight.
And Bob, we all remember Nadia as the 14-year-old Romanian gymnast who took the '76 Olympics by storm. And as we'll see tonight, Nadia still has all of the performance elements that made her a perfect gymnast in 1976.
Because of the lack of American participation in the Olympics of 1980, perhaps few Americans outside of gymnastics realize that Nadia scored 2 more gold medals in Moscow at the 1980 Games. She came to the United States in 1989, and her popularity around the world is undiminished.
There aren't many people in this world who are known simply by their first name, but she certainly is one of them. And Nadia has a sophistication and elegance. It's very true to her style. The floor exercise was always one of her strong events. You can see her toe point, her legs are always fully extended. As her personal flair goes, she's still very much the Nadia we remember. Bart Conner, who is a two-time Olympian, a true ambassador of the sport of gymnastics. He is the only American gymnast to win gold medals at every single level of competition. He's been an Olympic champ, a world champion, a national champ, and an NCAA champ. Of course, the big news about this happy couple is that they recently got...
Now joined on the floor by Betty Aquino, another Olympic medalist.
Betty Aquino is 19 years old today, but you might remember her as the 17-year-old who helped lead the U.S. to a team bronze medal as a member of the 92 Olympic team. This is a great example of exhibition gymnastics. They get to do some things that they don't get to do in competition. See three of them on the floor at once, and there's Betty has her chance at an acrobatic series. And now it's Nadia's turn.
While you watch the incomparable Nadia in action, keep in mind that she was entirely out of the sport of gymnastics or even training for it for quite a long period of time before being coaxed back by Bart Conner. Earlier this weekend, we spoke with Nadia about the pleasures of performing in this exhibition format.
We have judges, and you have pressure of wanting to do as best as you can. It's a little different. The people can see how much you enjoy what you're doing, and how much is the pressure that you want to get a great routine. I think what we do here tonight, it's something new, and I think that a lot of the people will be probably a little surprised. And I hope they're going to have a good surprise.
Oh, they will indeed. When we return, we'll take you on a tour of the shopping district with some of our more adventuresome athletes. Stay with us.
And I hope you have a happy and safe holiday.
Dominique joined some of the other athletes on a morning tour of Mexico City's shopping district, the Zona Rosa, beginning with a visit to the city's landmark, the Angel Monument. Coach Bella Caroli, Betty Aquino, and Svetlana Boganskaya thoroughly enjoyed their morning off. Well, most of it anyway. The gymnasts were tempted by local street vendors, as well as some of the fanciest shops in the area. And as they quickly learned, you can do some damage to your credit card in Mexico City. Welcome back to the Danskin Gold Gymnastics Spectacular. Here are three young American gymnasts with Olympic dreams of their own and the opportunity here to share the floor with their heroes.
And all three of these mighty mice train at Bart Conner Gymnastics Academy in Norman, Oklahoma. We're looking at Jennifer Blackwood, the 11-year-old from Norman, Oklahoma. In her first tumbling pass, a round-up, whip-back, flip-flop to a full twist. It's really fun to watch a lot of these young gymnasts. They've had such a great time during this exhibition, performing. It's such a thrill. They get to travel and train alongside most of their gymnastics idols. A lot of the young girls lack the performance maturity and refinement of the more experienced gymnasts, but this experience in particular, performing in front of a crowd, is really wonderful for them. And a double full dismount for her last tumbling pass. A very nice dismount. This is Thea Daniels, also an 11-year-old who trains at Bart Conner Gymnastics Academy. She was #1 in the state of Oklahoma on the floor exercise in her age group. Remember, the balance beam is 4 inches wide and 4 feet off the ground. And I know she hasn't done nearly the number of routine repetitions as some of the seasoned veterans, so she's just focusing on staying on. She sees a little uncertainty, a few bobbles.
Well, with that beam just 4 inches wide and 4 feet off the floor, believe me, I can sympathize.
That's exactly right.
Laura, it does bring out the fact that young athletes like these, 10, 11 years old, will mature so quickly. At age 13, they'll be perhaps as good as a Dominique Mosiano.
That's correct. In fact, the balance beam is such an experience event. The more routines you do, the better you become. That was her dismount, a round-off full. And this little one, Larissa Stewart, she's just darling.
introduced to the crowd by the Mexican PA announcer as La Niñita, the littlest girl.
She certainly is. Just to stand up next to her, you really get a true appreciation for that. Watch this tumbling pass, a double back. She gets a spot, but a very great job. Remember, a spot is legal because this is exhibition gymnastics. No deduction is suffered. Larissa's mom drives her to practice from Hilton, Oklahoma to Norman. It's an hour and a half each way. That is dedication. Floor exercise is an event where you can really express your personality. It's all about playing to the crowd, and she seems to be doing that. 2 whip-backs, a flip-flop, and a back tuck. Larissa's floor routine has been choreographed by Lisa Chapman and Jennifer Patterson. She certainly has her hand positioning down. She has her own little style, and her last tumbling pass, a back tuck, and boy, was that fun.
Larissa Stewart. Next up, junior national champion Dominique Mosianu, who told us this weekend her friends at home are unimpressed with her success.
Most of them don't really care. They don't. They don't really think of me as anything. They just call me short.
Well, those of us who are gymnastics fans should care because this girl is a budding star. And she's excellent on this event. Here comes her first release move, flies through the air with the greatest of ease, called a ginger. Watch how she transitions from low to high. The bars are so far apart and she's so small, she has to reach. And that's a Tkachev, a reverse hecht, another very difficult release move. And watch her dismount a double layout, piece of cake.
An outstanding routine for Dominique Mosianu. More up, Dominique idolizes Nadia Comaneci. Was Nadia performing at this level at age 13?
Well, the sport has progressed so dramatically that not even Nadia dreamt of doing skills this difficult.
Remember the name, Dominique Mosianu. We'll be back with more from Mexico City in just a moment.
I wish you guys happy holidays.
And to you, Svetlana Boganskaya. Welcome back to Mexico City. Bob Barsha and Maura Driscoll with you at the Danskin Gold Gymnastics Spectacular. This is